always a mistake to train to.
Now the important question. Which rep, listener, would be more productive in terms of stimulating a strength and size increase? The first rep, which is the least intense, or the last rep, which is the most intense? The only rep requiring 100% intensity of effort. Yes, of course, the last. If you could curl 100 pounds for a maximum of 10 reps, and for some weird reason you only ever just did the first, and then put the bar right back down at that point, you would never grow. Why? Because the intensity of the stress at that point is not sufficiently threatening to the physiology to warrant an adaptive response, i.e., a strength and muscle mass increase. Just like you can't obtain a suntan sitting in front of a 100-watt light bulb, even if you sit there for an infinity of eternities. The stress is not high enough. Do you see where it stands to reason that if the last rep is more productive than the first rep, it is also better than the second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on? Yes, in fact, that last rep is quite special. It is different from every other rep of the set. There is something that occurs physiologically only on that last rep of a set carried to failure, which is literally responsible for flipping on the growth machinery inside the muscle. How is that last rep different? What occurs physiologically at that point, which makes the last rep so special? Well, no one understands all of the biochemical or physiologic changes entirely. Some of the changes or differences are readily apparent, however. For instance, compare your breathing on the first rep of the set compared to the last. On the first rep, your breathing is not labored at all. Your heart is beating normally, and you experience no distress. By the last rep, you are breathing like a racehorse, your heart is pounding like a trip hammer, and you feel quite different. You feel stressed, perhaps even lightheaded or nauseous. Obviously, there is something different that is going on physiologically on that last rep, which makes it rather different. And now the important conclusion. Having achieved your purpose of triggering the growth mechanism into motion by going to failure on that one set, you don't have to do it again. You don't need a second set. It's like when you throw the switch to turn on a light. Once